Hey guys, alright, I know it's been a really long time since I've done a trying to conceive update. Let's see, I am on cycle day 2 now. AF showed on Monday, which is, no, yesterday. I got spotting, or started spotting on Monday, but it was only once in the day, and then that's it. And then, I gradually started, like, what was it? I woke up Tuesday already, like, with AF, so. Yesterday was my very first doctor's appointment with the new doctor, Dr. C. You guys are probably going to hear me talk about him a lot because he's an awesome doctor. I've gotten a lot of recommendations to him, or, from other people for him. And I'm just grateful that he was sent our way. I'm grateful, for, I know it's hard to say or anything like that because no one is grateful for the things that have happened in their past, like the bad, but I'm just grateful that God, closed some doors and opened some other doors, certain doors for us to open other doors to be able to be on the path that we are now. And really quick, I forgot to say, if you see this ash, the cross, it's Ash Wednesday, so we just got back from church a little while ago. So let's see. Okay, so he came in, we took him our history last week, and I've been talking to him for off and on about 2 weeks, before we took the information, so it's about 3 weeks already that I've been really sitting there and just talking to him and asking questions and stuff like that, just getting advice, friendly advice from him. And then one day he's like, you know what, he goes, make an appointment with my office. He goes, hopefully you'll like what our plans are. I'll be able to look over your history, and if there's something I can do for you, most definitely we'll move into that path. So I was so grateful because not very many doctors here where I'm from deal with high risk. So thanks be to God for sending him to me. Just thank you so much. So now I'm on cycle day 2. Tomorrow's cycle day 3, so I have blood work to be done. What's today? 9th, yeah. Thursday, yeah, cycle day 3. I have blood work to be done at 11:30. So I work at 4:30 in the morning, get out at 10:30. And then I have to be fasting. So from 11:30 tonight, nothing to eat until they draw blood. I'm not sure how much blood they're going to draw or exactly what they're looking for, but he said that he's seen in my history that they drew up a bunch of blood, and he just wants to get a little bit more in depth with what they drew up. Just certain things that they didn't check for, so he wants to check for, so that way if there's anything underlying, he could work at that, which I'm grateful for, because not very many doctors, I mean, when your first appointment with the doctors, they just want to know, hey, what's going on? Okay, come back in 6 months if you haven't gotten pregnant. Him on the other hand, he sat there and he was very sincere, and I fell in love with just his office and everything like that. So so that's that. And then he was talking about how on cycle day 21 I have to go back in there for more blood work just to see where my levels are at, to see if I ovulated. And then I have an ultrasound this month to make sure I don't have any cysts or anything like that. So, and then we have an HSG, scheduling an HSG next month. So if we don't get pregnant this month, starting the next cycle 8 days out, he said on the 8th day, I'm cycle day 8, I have to call him counting 8 days, basically call him on cycle day 1 and let him know, hey, cycle day 1 and cycle day 8 I need to have an HSG done, which is awesome because I'm terrified, but it's awesome because things that other doctors have told me, oh, you're too young to even worry about, he's taken in consideration, and he's like, no, he goes, you shouldn't, nobody should ever tell you guys you're too young. And with your history, it looks like you guys have been trying, and it's nothing natural's been happening. So we were talking about possibly Clomid next month if we don't get pregnant. We're talking about a bunch of stuff. Oh, and also he drew up information for my husband to get semen analysis done, which I am terrified about because I pray to God that nothing has to do with the semen analysis or, you know, the results. If something comes up, then I'll just tell him, hey, can we try for IUI? Maybe, you know, try for that and just pray. So he went out of the room, and then he came back in with just this little bag for my husband, and then a list for me. So it's just the hospital that I have to take it to. And I have a question about this, because it says no anything for the minimum of 2 days, no longer than 7. I don't know, how does semen analysis at home collection work? Like, can somebody give me some tips and pointers and stuff like that? And I can't remember who it was. Was it Caitlin? Or was it Carla? Maybe Kimberly? I don't remember who it was, but their husband did an at-home one. And she had to drive it to the clinic. And I remember she said that she had tucked it. No, wait a minute. Was it Amy? I don't remember. She said that she had tucked it into her bra, and just made sure it was warm. And then maybe it was somebody else. Maybe it was Lady V. Oh, I don't remember. But she had like tucked it in and like drove it there, because it says on the paper that it has to be within an hour, along with the completed form. So yeah, and then it just goes through what you can and cannot do, and which the best way, and everything has to be in the cup and stuff like that. So I don't know, I'm getting excited about this. Of course I drop it on the floor. So somebody can give me tips. It's, I guess on here they want us to write his name, my husband's name, the information and stuff like that. There's no room. I'm probably going to have to like call the office, or tomorrow I'll go for blood work. So since the hospital they want us to drop it off at is almost an hour away and I don't want to risk it, maybe they have a room he can use. I don't know. So somebody can give me like some pointers if we're, you know, worst case scenario that we have to do it at home, how can we transport it so that way it doesn't like not be body temperature, because that's what it says in the paper, that it has to be body temperature. So let's see. So that's what's been happening. Let's see. I'm trying to think of anything else. I don't know, we just have like high hopes for this doctor. We haven't really seen a doctor that we have faith in. Like, well, we've had faith in other doctors, but one that we have like really hit it off the very first day. And with him not being my doctor at the time that I was asking him questions, with him like just answering questions and being very sincere about it, he had to tell me about that. You know, that's what I really liked about him and drew me more to him. Also, we're talking about like once I get pregnant, God willing that we get pregnant, what would happen. So looks like I would be on Lovenox for the first trimester, progesterone for the first trimester. We didn't really get into the cerclage or anything like that. I think that's with time, and we'll see. Maybe that's my maternal fetal medicine doctor. Oh, which is another great thing, is that he works directly with my high-risk doctor, so I don't have to worry about like starting from square one. Let's see what else. I can't even think it was a bunch of like information that was going on yesterday. Like I had a huge smile on my face, and when he gets up I was like, okay, Dr. C, I was like, you're such an angel and thank you so much. And I don't know, it's just, I don't know, I just felt like he was really sent for us to be able to get to the next step. I tried asking my husband to see what he thought about him, and he says he's okay. But then again, that's just like answer for everything. I'm okay. It's okay. It's good. It's like, so he hasn't really like said I really love this doctor or anything like that. I don't know. What do you think, Manny? About the doctor? Huh? Yeah. I mean, he says yeah, and you know, not very many. He's not really a doctor person. He doesn't like going to the doctor. He rather self-medicate at home. And in order for me, like, for us to go into this step, I mean, we were just going in there just to get a consultation, just to see, hey, this is what would happen once we get pregnant. We never really thought about the trying portion. Of course, we're thinking, oh, it's going to be natural, but then again, there's some scenarios where it might not be natural. Also, he's going to do like tests for PCOS. So since it's been a couple years since I've gotten that test back, we're going to do the tests. Or a couple years since my first run, it was like 2 or 3 years ago. 2 years ago. And then last year. So he just wants to check it again and just to make sure. He's like, I just want to make sure that everything, you know, we're crossing our T's and dotting our I's and stuff like that, which I greatly appreciate. So let's see what else. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm leaving out a lot, but then again, I feel like I bombarded you guys with it. But if you guys can like help me, really like giving me some tips and pointers for at home semen analysis. Also HSG, he does say that it is painful, which I've heard it is painful. He said, you know, there's no reason why you wouldn't get pregnant the first month or within the first 2 months of having the HSG. So that's a good thing. And then I forgot to mention to him that I honestly think that my left ovary doesn't do anything, because when around ovulation I only feel cramping and twinges on my right. So hopefully with the HSG it'll bring up like more in depth and stuff like that. So I guess, I mean, I don't know, I'm nervous, I'm excited, I'm just all of the above. I don't know, I'm very excited. So we'll see what the good Lord will send us, and hopefully finally after 6 years now it'll be what we were looking for. So alright guys, well, this is going to be my trying to conceive update. I will do a live update later on in the week. Recording this on Ash Wednesday. Again, I don't know, because this is like take 5. If you see this big old black cross on my forehead, the ashes, we just got back from church, so don't think that I got like a tattoo or something like that. We went to church. So yeah. Alright guys, well, I will talk to you guys later, because there's an update behind that too. So I'll talk to you guys later, and God bless, and baby dust to everybody. Please let me know what you think. Please give me some insiders, some points, some anything you can think of. Just please give me like anything. I have to go back through and look at Carla's videos. I gotta go back through, look at, I don't know if Kaylin has her videos public, Amy, like everybody, just to see what everybody went through and stuff like that. So I don't know. Good luck to everybody out there, and please, I don't know, just, you know, I know it's a tough time when we're not getting pregnant, but please be thankful for at least being able to, you know, have the, in most cases, I think all of us, or most of us, have access to a doctor. So be thankful, and, you know, really do thank God for having them sent your way, because it is true. Without them, you know, we wouldn't be diagnosed with certain things, and certain fears wouldn't be answered. So, alright guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Enough rambling. Alright, bye.